this is Stampy, and welcome to a bit of a different one-off video. Today, I am showing you a Hunger Games map that was not finished, but built by Ballistic Squid and myself years and years ago. Basically, I think it's about like 3 or 4 years ago, we started working on a map on PlayStation 3. I have just dug up my PlayStation 3 by rummaging through the attic to find it, and I thought I'll transfer the world over to PS4, just so I could load it up again, just to have a look at it, and also show you it. So it's called Magic Fools. I didn't remember what it was called until just now when I loaded it up and saw it. And here it is. Let's I kind of remember this now. Let's go to the very middle of this map where you start off. So the idea was it was like a Hunger Games map with a bigger emphasis on crafting. So rather than, just finding swords and food and stuff, you would also kind of just find materials to craft things, and then there'd only be 4 crafting tables in the entire map. So it was always a risk to go to the crafting table to craft something. That was the idea. I think it sounds like a good idea, but maybe it would be a little bit too slow, and it's a really big advantage for players that have played the map before and kind of know what materials to go for, so maybe it's good that this thing wasn't finished. So right then, let's go and see what the sign said. So yeah, Magic Falls, built by Stampy and Squid. The plan was to release this map for download, but we, as I said, never ended up finishing it. So these are the rules. Play on easy or higher. No breaking blocks. You may kill animals. I think this was done before adventure mode, so I guess we had to have that as a sign. You may gather wheat and mushrooms. Oh yeah, there was like food around the map that you could gather. 1 minute grace period, and have fun. Everyone needed to add a sign saying have fun. And then, yeah, this is the lobby that everyone would spawn in. It was back in the day where you couldn't set where people spawn, so you kind of had to just see where you spawn when you entered the world and kind of do it like that. Of course, you need to have your little bit of parkour. Oh, there's a sign. Let's see if we can make our way up to that sign if we can and see what that sign says. So literally, I have not loaded up this world since we built it and then kind of ended up not building. So basically what we would do is in the evenings, kind of after recording with each other and stuff, we'd go generally on Netflix and like watch a film or something, and then just be chatting to each other and then kind of just building away. So we were basically just doing it for fun. Of course, we did plan to play the map ourselves and do videos on it. I'm failing at this parkour, I'm sorry. But yeah, it was basically just kind of like a nice chill out time where there'd be a group of us just in a cool and kind of just building in Minecraft. So I do have happy memories of the time that we had building this map, and well done. Well, that just wasn't worth it, was it? That wasn't worth the effort. Anyway, let's go and show you a little bit more of the map then. So the idea was at the beginning, I guess we'd just say 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'd drop down this waterfall. And here's where the central chests are then. So let's kind of see what sort of loot we have inside of these chests. We have, see wooden planks, leather to make armor and gold and stuff. And I'm very particular when I'm making maps and mini games and stuff for like balance. So I bet every corner, they all have the exact same stuff in. I'm never generally a fan of having it randomized. I'm also never a fan of hidden chests because it just gives a really big advantage for people that have played the map again and again and again, and the people who have played the map again and again and again are the people that don't need the advantage. It's the people that haven't. Didn't mean to place that. The vines are in the way. And I think it's literally every chest around the outside has the same stuff. What about the ones on the top? Do they have other stuff in? Nope. Looks like they all just have enough to get yourself a few levels. I guess there's an enchantment table, wooden planks, a gold ingot, and leather. So I guess I didn't want to give anyone any weapons at the beginning, just so no one just hunts down another player immediately. I don't know, I got this wrong. I got it wrong. So I guess that's just the spawn at the top there. Then you'd come down here and then you'd do the old pod method where everyone would be in a pod. So if I pull this lever, is that gonna, I guess this is gonna probably start a short timer, and then eventually these pods are going to lift up, and then that is going to release everyone. Let's be cheeky. And there's bedrock down there. I guess I added bedrock just so no one's ever going to accidentally fall through the level or anything. If there's any creeper explosions. And God, it's very dark down here. I don't know if oh, there we go. I just saw them lift up. Looks like it's still working with all of the updates that have happened. It hasn't broke the redstone, so that is jolly good to see. So you'd lift up, and then everyone would have a decent chance to run to the middle. Of course, if you don't have a full game, you'd be able to get several of the chests, so you would be able to make like a a gold sword or something. But yeah, pretty happy with this cave. I remember spending, I mean, the fact that this is the first time anyone's seen this map. One of the reasons I wanted to show you is just because of how long something like this takes to build, especially in console when we're doing it block by block, building just all of this this terrain. I mean, a lot of it's the game design stuff and making things look cool, but the majority is just like, let's fill out the entire floor and let's add all of these columns and stuff. But I think it makes a pretty cool effect. So right then, let's go and exit. So there's these doorways that you use to exit all of the different areas. And I remember the way that we did this is we basically split up the corners. So we timed it for the speed it would take you to get to a chest, so they should be relatively balanced. But there were certain of the areas that Squid built, and then certain of the ones that I built. So we can see you can climb over this entire central mountain area. It just leads back up to the spawn, but you have no way to get inside of it. But as you can see, there is wheat and stuff around the place, which I think was the main way you'd get food. Once again, it may just look random, but it's all worked out exactly kind of how much wheat there is on each side. All of these trees, these are all built by hand, as you can kind of see just by the shapes of them and all. I don't know, is the wall, is there like a weird water glitch on PS3? Get on it, 4J, get on it. Yeah, these trees were all hand built. This tree actually inspired the tree I built in my coffee shop kind of courtyard. I kind of got inspired by some of these ones. And then there was basically 4 different areas that you could run to. So I believe this one was Squid's side here, as was this enormous tree. And as you can see, I think this might have actually been one of the reasons we stopped building this, is we built very high up. And we didn't think about it because we reached the height limit. It looks like someone's just got like a massive pair of scissors and just snipped the entire top of this tree up. So from down here, you can look up at it and it all looks very impressive. But I think it reached the height limit. I don't know if they added to the height. Yeah, so they've actually increased the height limit by quite a bit since we built this map. So if we did go back, we would be able to build it higher. I guess we're on PS4 now instead of PS3, so maybe that makes a difference as well. But I remember, I remember in my head Squid's reaction when he realized that he built this thing too big and then it wasn't going to reach. So I believe there's not really much on the inside. Okay, there is a path. There is a path leading up here, and there are some chests as well, but it looks like they're not filled in. And obviously this place is not completely finished as it was going to be. I think maybe he bit off a little bit more than he could chew and regretted building the tree quite as enormous as he did. But I remember I came up with a color code for the chest. Let's go to one of the other sides. So I believe this is one of the sides that I did. So there were 3 different kind of tiers of chests. So the yellow ones kind of had these items in, and I believe every yellow chest will have the exact same items in. Yeah, and so it's all worked out. It's stuffed so you can make some arrows, gold, to either make gold armor or a sword, and string. And I remember spending ages working out this tier system, but the idea was it would make it so that if someone hasn't played the map before, they can immediately come here and look and say, it's a yellow chest, I know what's going to be inside of there. And then there's orange ones, which I think might have only been on the corners, and then these are the items that they have. And then I think there should be another orange one down here. Oh no, there's an enchantment table on this side here. Once again, it's kind of a bit of a risk to try and make it to the enchantment table. And then a lot of islands like this one, which are here, simply just for decoration, as you can see flowing in the background. And I believe that, yeah, then there's that there. And then where are the crafting tables? Is there one on this corner? There's an enchantment table again there. I can't remember where the crafting tables were going to be, but I remember it was, or maybe, I think maybe it's just there's one crafting table on each of the sides, might be the way that it works. Because look, there's one down there. So maybe there's just one crafting table per each side. I think I remember there's like a cave. I think you can get inside. Oh, is it in the tree? Aha! I think, yeah, you can make your way down inside of this tree, and it's like a mushroom cave, another yellow chest down here as well. Yeah, I definitely did build this bit. I remember building this, and then a little bit more of a risky chest this way, where you can kind of climb up on the inside here. But we spent so long doing all of this terrain and stuff, and then you can grab stuff from here. So I remember us having the fun idea to, build in the sky and have a bunch of floating islands and stuff, and then realize that when you build it in the sky, every single block you can see has to be placed by hand. We have to do all of the terrain ourselves. So once again, you can see that the trees are really, quite a unique shape. You kind of see the way that they twist around, and then these trees look really weird, very kind of you know, kind of fantasy, almost like elvish style terrain and kind of foliage, and then a little bit more wheat. This is the red chest. Also, you get a bunch of enchantment levels and an iron ingot from the red chest. So if you get 2 red chests, then that means you'll be able to get a sword. Or of course, if someone else has got a red chest and then you take them out, then you could make an iron sword, which would be a very big advantage. Something else I was very keen to do is just to not make overpowered items. There's so many like one of the things that motivated us to make this map is we played a lot of Hunger maps back in the day, and I had a lot of fun with it. But a lot of the maps looked incredible, looked way better than anything that I could build, but just were balanced really badly, where, you know, one chest would be hidden and have a diamond sword, and like if you knew where to get it, you'll get a diamond sword, and then you'll destroy everyone else, which might be fun for you, but probably not, because it's too easy, and it's obviously not fun for anyone else. So I really wanted to make a proper balanced Hunger game map. So I can't talk too much about this side, because this is one of the sides that Squid built, so it looks like the idea is kind of a lot of platforms and, like, you know, just doing nice things like this. So other maps might do a case where you need to jump this platform. You know, it's not a difficult jump to do. You know, you could do it back and forth, but do you know what would really suck is if you went to do this jump and you just missed it and fell down. So we just added some vines on the side here just to make it so it's almost impossible to miss this jump. Like, I could just stand here and just do this and, you know, easily make it across, just to make sure no one dies in that way, because that's just not a fun way for the game. So, you know, just little things like that. But yeah, it looks like this side isn't completely finished yet. As you can see, there's no chests or anything inside of it yet. And then, as I said, we have the enchantment table down here, a few more floating platforms, and then this is another one of the sides that I worked on. You can see my weird curvy trees again, so I believe this was the way that you entered it. I think we made it so there's only like one way to get on and off each of the platforms. The reason for that is because it is a relatively big map, and you kind of need to focus people together. When you have a map this size, of course, we're playing it on consoles, so you can't just suddenly teleport everyone to a deathmatch or anything. You kind of need people to naturally find each other. So the idea is people will spread out, going to the back of each of these islands, and then they'd end up meeting, trying to get to these chests or the enchantment tables, or, you know, they'd meet at the crossing point, getting on and off the maps. That was the reason for that. And then, yeah, let's see where we can go. We can climb up the waterfall to make our way up to the top here. Looks like we once again have ourselves a yellow chest, which will have the same items as all of the other yellow chests. And then you can make your way down here. Looks like there's a little bit more wheat, and yeah, you can get into this cave. So I guess with this tree that I built, you can climb your way up to the top of the tree. It looks like maybe if you jump up. Okay, this is a bit of a horrible awkward jump. I'm banging my head. I don't know if is this the way you're supposed to get up there. I think it is, but I think that jump's just a little bit awkward unless I was doing it wrong. But yeah, you can eventually make your way into here. Once again, another bunch of mushrooms and a chest here. Once again, see, not a hidden chest. I tried to make them pretty obvious. Of course, you are going to have the advantage if you played the map before, but you could roam around and easily find chests. They're not kind of secretly hidden anywhere. And then I guess you have to loop around here, and then this is where the red chest is, just because it's a little bit harder or takes longer to be able to get to that one. And then there should be a crafting table, I guess, somewhere. Ah, there we go. There's the crafting table down there. And oh, there's a little entrance down inside of here as well with a bonus chest, and probably, yep, there's another entrance to get down to there. So areas like that, you generally want at least, you know, one entrance and exit to be able to get between them. And, you know, you could now from here jump across the tree to get back to here, or, you know, go down that way. So, you know, there's a few ways that you can kind of make your way around this area. And then, yeah, we're kind of back to the big giant tree. So this was Magic Falls. There's no real reason for this video. I don't know, maybe there's a chance that me and Squid are going to come back to it and finish it. Like, how much would you like to see that actually us playing this map? Like, it just seemed a shame, like, for us to spend all of this work. Like, look at this thing. Like, building all of that terrain on the outside. Obviously, we didn't spend as much time on the underneath, because you're never going to see the underneath if you're always playing the game from the top here. I wish I didn't show that now. I wish I pretended we filled the whole thing in. But yeah, let us know. Let me know, I guess, or tweet Squid if you would like to see us finish off this map. Basically, I just need to get Squid in to finish off this tree and his side down there. Yeah, it would actually be kind of fun to do a good old school game of Hunger Games. And then what you can see down here, there's not actually that much, but we basically just grew a bunch of jungle trees, basically just to kind of fill it all in. We didn't build any terrain or anything down here. And oh, it looks like we added a bunch of glowstone as well, just to add some light when you look down. Basically, just so you don't see the standard kind of, you know, non-stop flat ground of a super flat. It just means when you look down, you can see a bunch of trees. So I remember we built it to the view limit, like the render distance of the PlayStation 3, because that's what we built it on. But as you can see on the PS4, yeah, you can see much further. So I guess we should probably extend the tree line a few chunks further off into the distance, just to be able to make sure that you can only see a whole load of trees. So yeah, this is let's go and get a nice good overview of the map here. I do think it looks better at nighttime as well. You may remember, if you've been following us on Twitter for a while, we did actually tweet a few pictures of our progress as we were building this. We were kind of teasing it, and it just seemed a shame that at the end of the day, no one actually got a chance to see this map. So for me, it's been a nice nostalgia trip. For you, of course, you probably haven't ever seen or heard of this map before, but hopefully you still found it interesting, just to kind of see, you know, me and Squid building, because we don't really build stuff like this. In my lovely world, I tried to keep my builds quite simple. You know, they're quite small in scale, because, you know, you'd never want to build something like this in a video. You know, maybe in a live stream you could, but in a video it'd be so boring. It'd be so repetitive, just building, you know, all of these trees and all the terrain again and again and again. So it's kind of showing, you know, what, you know, Squid and I were able to do when we kind of just put our mind to try and just build something as good as we could. And of course, this is quite a few years ago, so I'd like to think if we did it again today, I would hopefully be able to come up with something better. I think I'd probably scrap my idea about just getting the materials and having to craft, to be honest, but I don't know, maybe it would make something a little bit more interesting and different. But anyway, I am rambling, as I so often do, but yeah, as I said, hopefully you enjoyed this video and this little blast from the past. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!